How's it going, guys? It's Eclipse here, and today we're going to be checking out the earn op for the Fatherland IS-3A. We're going to go straight into the stats of the Fatherland IS-3A first. So if you want to go and skip ahead to the operation and how to complete it, how to do it fastest, and my opinions on the operation, as well as how much you're going to be able to purchase it for if you don't think you're going to be able to do the operation, then I'll leave timestamps above for those different sections in the video. But first of all, we're going to have a look at the difference between the IS-3A and the IS-3. So first thing you can note is that the hull armor and the turret armor is exactly the same in terms of the actual base armor values. Don't really know in terms of the actual angling and sloping, but the turret on the IS-3A looks slightly different to the IS-3, considering it's relatively smaller. If you think about it, it looks almost like the stock turret of the IS-3 when you first get it. But we're going to head over to the gun now. That's the two main statistics. So you've got 249mm of frontal turret armor, 172 on the sides and 100 at the rear, with 110 on the front of the hull and 90 on sides and rear of the hull. So obviously you've got the Russian spaced armor on the side, which just makes armor angling just ridiculous with this. If you can actually kind of only show your sides using a building here to reduce the shots on the right hand side of your tank like that, but I would only use that in side scraping and not if you're trying to just actually face hug someone. Make sure you're straight on, and that's just a few tips. But straight onto the gun. So you've got 122mm as with the IS-3, as you can see here, 122mm. You have 28 rounds of ammunition that you can take with a 390 alpha damage gun, which is actually really nice to be able to hit enemies for that sort of amount at that sort of tier. You've got less penetration on the IS-3A, but to make up for that, you have got a 0.6 better rate of fire than the IS-3A. I think it's 0.62, I believe. Yeah, 0.62 better rate of fire. So you're going to be able to put out higher DPM, but you've got to make them shots count, since you do have slightly worse penetration, probably around 10mm of less penetration all round than the IS-3 itself. However, you do get more hit points, which is slightly weird. So you get 1,550 hit points as opposed to the 1,500 on the IS-3. So I don't know why they've made the IS-3A better than the IS-3, which you can get for free. Although you can get this for free, so you know, all's fair. If you really want this tank, then you'll get it just by playing the game. So I see what they're coming with, giving tanks out that are kind of better than the original versions, although we'll keep that on the download, so Wargaming don't hate me forever for slagging off their methods of making money, but it's obviously working with the $1.5 billion estimated worth. But let's not get into that now. I would recommend the IS-3A, getting it, spending your time getting it, considering it is a tier 8 heavy tank premium, which will be making 1.5 times silver and 1,100, well, 115% extra XP. I don't know why it took me that long to work that out. It really was simple. But that is all really for the stats of the tank. The armor, it's exactly the same as a IS-3. I believe that the front of it isn't sloped as well as the IS-3, so you're not going to be having as much hull armor effectiveness, but it does mean that if you can hide the lower plate, you're going to be bouncing a few more shots. And as you can see, this side bit here that is seen is looks like it's not so prominent, but that might just be the camouflage kind of hiding that and things like that, which I believe it is. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'll make a whole review of that, and I'll link it in the video when I actually get the full Fatherland for you guys to have a look at and give my opinion fully after I've purchased it. So we're going on to the operation now, and then we'll go on to the bundles that you can buy it with. So first things first, obviously this is an earn operation, so anyone who plays World of Tanks, as long as you got a tier 3 to tier 10, you're going to be able to do this operation, as long as you can maintain 500 damage or more per game. So that's really nice if you have higher tiers like the Object 268, which I have just recently bought, and I'll tell you why I shouldn't have done that right now in just a second. So if you deal 500 direct damage in a multiplayer battle, that's not including the assisted or track damage that you can do to a tank. So if you track someone and someone else deals damage, that doesn't count. So you have to do 500 base damage only, and then you'll be able to get a chance of getting a medal. So it's kind of a luck in the draw, lucky dip kind of thing to get the medals. So first medal, you're going to have a certain percentage chance to probably get it after completing these operations. So I'd say probably 1 in 5 games you're going to get it, so 20% chance of getting it, etc. So I reckon it's something like that. Might even be higher, slightly, 25% chance or something similar to that. And then it will be progressively harder to get these as you go through the, as you get the next medal, and then the next and the next, and blah blah blah. So that's kind of how you get the Fatherland. So what I'd recommend is going and purchasing or just getting into your highest tier Russian tank. So something like the 268 works perfectly. 850 alpha damage, so I can pop a shot on anyone as long as I pen during one game. Then it's going to be able to get some damage. So after having got all of the operations complete, so you've done all 5 medals, you're then going to be able to have an extra 20% silver discount on any Soviet vehicles that you purchase, which is why I was kind of annoyed that I bought the 268 today, one day before, and I would have made 1 million silver basically from that, really. Well, 1.5 million or something like that, which is really gutting, but oh well, who cares. And also it's 20% gold discount on any tier 3 to tier 10 premium Soviet vehicle, which is quite nice because I'm thinking about getting the Su-122-44, the tier 7 Russian tank, or I might just get like the Derpa Russian tank destroyer. I've just purchased like 12,000 gold, so should be able to get something that I want. And once you actually complete the operation, you then also get perks of the kind of purchase, which only works really in terms of getting a start on your mastery or whatever, which is really annoying that people who buy the tank can actually get mastery badges really quick, rather than people who have to wait. But then I don't want to pay 17,000 gold to get a mastery badge, like, it's just not worth it. And once you've got it, you get 2 times crew XP until March the 6th, and you also get 4 times XP for until the March the 6th on your first win. So it's not that much of a big deal really, especially since XP on a tank that you can't progress in is really pointless. So that is basically the perks of actually getting the tank early, but then you can also get 5 days of ×2 crew XP anyway after that. So we're going to have a look at the purchases that you can actually buy it with. Something that I would not recommend any of you doing, but if you don't have the Fatherland and you don't have the Motherland, then this is the best one out of them all. So you're going to be paying 13,000 kind of gold for both of them, plus you get all of the ops, and you get 30 days of premium, which is worth 2,500, so that would probably bring it down to about 11,000 for both of them, plus quite a few 3 times XP boosts, which are really nice for just progressing through the lines. Obviously you get 100% trained crew with both of them, and the operations for both of them, which I think give you like some amount of premium time. I've never really bought a tank to be able to get the operation, but then that's what you get for paying 26,000 gold, which is going to cost you around £75, I believe, for getting both of them, which is quite a lot. considering you can get, well, you could have got both of them for free, so you've saved yourself £75 if you waited and you did the operations for both of these, or are going to do the operations for the Fatherland and you've already done the Motherland. Next one is the Fatherland Loaded, which is going to cost you well, 16,600, and in comparison to the Fatherland Ultimate, you do save 800 gold, but you miss out on 4 days of premium and 15 3 times XP boost. So would you pay 800 gold to get an extra 4 days of premium and also an extra 15 boost ops? So that's kind of your decision. And would you warrant spending 800 gold less to be able to just get the tank on its own, and you save yourself 800 gold, but you miss out on the 3 days premium and 23 times XP boost? If it was me, I don't think I'd just get the cheapest one, just because I'm a cheapskate. But then it's up to you. You either go all out and get quite a few XP boosts if you want them, but don't really look at the savings, to be honest, because that's the only savings you're making is on the premium days, and 7 days of premium is really overpriced, and so is the XP boost ops as well, so they're kind of overpriced. So you just got to think about that when purchasing tanks from the kind of store, and they're saying that you're making huge savings, but really you're not actually. So that's just my opinion. Obviously everyone else has a different opinion, and I'd be really happy to answer any questions that you guys have from the whole of the video. I don't mind whether it be on the actual Fatherland, on the IS-3, anything. Literally, you can ask me anything, and I'll do my best to answer any of your questions. Also, feel free to subscribe. It's just that red button down below, and that would just mean that you get notified of every time I upload. And I think there's a notification button. If you turn that on, they'll pop up on your phone or something like that, which you might want to do if you want to get to be the first person or something to watch my videos. But it's up to you guys. And also there's the like button if you did actually enjoy the video. I would greatly appreciate any support if you share it to your friends or tell anyone or whatever you do. That'll be much appreciated. And I hope you guys join me for the next video, and I'll see you then.